first thing is to actually commit yourself to testing so that you've got the good information to base it on. Once you've made that decision, you have a couple of options. You can get traditional tray extraction methods, and that's the method I would recommend if you don't really know what types of nematodes that you're dealing with, because you'll get results back on the whole gambit. If you specifically know it's root lesion nematode or root knot nematode and what species, then the DNA testing that we offer through Predictor is also a very good option, because it'll actually give you that extra detail on what species and quantify it to a species level. The first thing you've got to appreciate is that nematodes aren't evenly distributed, either through a greenhouse or through a paddock. You need to actually sample from at least 30 spots in your sampling area. That's for one test, so it's important that you've got 30 cores of soil, and to get 500 grams that would mean sampling to a depth of 15 centimetres with a 1 centimetre diameter core. And the second decision is, if you're in a paddock, how big's your paddock, how much variation is there in soil types, how many different variations have you had in past cropping history across that paddock. Because you've got to remember, for root knot nematode, you're trying to find out whether you're possibly down to one or a few nematodes in that 500 gram sample. Once you've taken your sample, you should get it to us ASAP. And once it gets to us, we'll dry that sample down and it'll go into the system, and we test on a 2-weekly basis. So you also need to allow for that in terms of your forward planning, that you're giving yourself enough time to take your sample, to get the sample result back, and to make a decision.